Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello.
Have you done Gary Glitter yet? That's going to be the one. That's going
No,
to be
because
the
I
end.
did Oasis, mate.
Hello. Hello. Says good to be back.
Oh, yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
I'll show the clip of it. Yeah, because I did Oasis. I'm not going to do the Gary Glitter one, mate. And we shouldn't even be talking about Gary
Yeah, I
Glitter.
know, yeah, right at the start of the podcast
Yeah.
about Gary Glitter. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
The two skis where we talk about the best and worst of something each time.
Yeah, each time.
Yeah, and this week we're discussing the best and worst of... You got to say it for Spotify, you idiot.
All right. Do it that
We
way, yeah.
discuss the best and worst of...
Children's TV. Hello.
Ever felt like this?
So, to start off, what have you been up to this week?
Working, mate.
Is that it? Or-
Yeah, I've got a job, so, you know, that's what I
Well,
do.
I'm close, mate.
You're not close.
I know it sounds like I'm not close, but I'm
No,
close.
he
believe me.
said that 2 weeks ago he was close. Then they sent him a holding email saying, yeah, we're thinking about it. They obviously don't want you that much, do they?
I don't get it. I thought that, like the bin man was an easy, good job to get. No offense if you are a bin man, though.
No, bin person.
Yeah, bin person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good job or whatever. Anyway, yeah. So, well, this week, what I do is I go online and. Do you want to not do that when I'm in the middle of my flow,
Go
mate?
for it.
Right. I go online and I play some video games with my mate. So we play on like things like, you know, FIFA or whatever. Anyway, I'm playing it the other day and we're having like a deep conversation about like, you know, life and philosophies of life and things like that. And I said, you know what, it'd be good if I had like a girlfriend who was like you know, like if I had a girlfriend who was like a bloke and liked watching footy and like playing like footy and things like that. And he was like, well, why don't you just find a girlfriend who's like into those kind of things? And I'm like, well, because they're usually into other things. And he goes, well, why don't you just go out with a boy there? I'm like, I'm not going to change my sexuality, just play FIFA, mate, you clod. Like, he's like, and he said it in such a way that was like this. Well, why don't you just like go out with a boy then? Like, no, that's not.
You're running out of options, mate. It's time, it's time
No,
for you
mate.
to open
No,
the door.
I need to be telling some more of my dating stories on there. I was speaking to a girl.
Oh, what? In real life?
It was real life, mate. Job centre.
No,
We've
no.
been getting a lot of letters about them. But yeah, so anyway, I'm not. That's what I was doing this week. So that was a good.
That's worse.
Another great section there. But what does that lead on to, though? It's probably. Is it your favourite section?
It's your letters. It's your letters.
Okay, so the first letter this week. And by the way, if you want to send us a letter, I'll put the way to send it to us here. Okay, so the first letter is from Ray Finkel. So hello to you, Ray. Thanks for the letter. He says, you played guitar on your Friends episode.
Shag my friends tonight.
Were you in a band? I was in a band, Ray. And you know what I was going to do today? I was going to bring along that tape of me doing it. I've had this tape for years of me in my old band. And it's always getting in the way. I'm always like, oh, why is that tape still there? I never listened to it. And then the one day I want it, I can't find it. But, never fear, I managed to go through my old thing and I found one of my old songs that I wrote in my band. So I thought I could read you a little bit and see what you think of it. It's a song called Hourglass. It's one for the lovers, I like to think. This is how the chorus goes. These are my lyrics, right? Don't copyright, so don't go stealing them. This is the chorus. I don't want to be left on my own. If you leave me, I'll feel so alone. As the time starts to pass through the hourglass, into the future we go.
So each week we discuss the
moving.
best of best and worst of something.
Wait up, I hadn't finished the letters, mate.
No, you finished the letters.
So if anybody wants a transcribe of that song, you can learn it. I've got the chords and everything. Just shout me up. Right. So, but here we go. So let's get on to
The best.
what Don't cut me off. I always say it, mate. Right? I'm the one who always say it. Let's get on to... No! It's mine, mate. Yeah. The best mother. Okay, so if you want to start, what's your your best? So it's basically the best children's shows from the 80s and 90s.
Right, first one. Animals of Farthing Wood.
Oh, I didn't think of that one.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you like about it?
Just go straight into it. Who are you? It's not a press junket, mate.
No,
I'm
I'm like Michael Parkinson, mate. I'm good at asking questions.
But do you find, in fact, that this, what could be best described as your equipment, in fact, hinders you, perhaps, in that pursuit?
What did I like about it? Well, it taught you lessons that other shows didn't teach you. The hedgehogs on the road.
I mean, not to be negative, but a lot of people say Watership Down kind of did that, and they'd kind of rip that off. I mean, I'm not saying it, but a lot of people would say it.
Other people or you?
Great theme tune.
I can't remember the theme tune.
Dun, dun, dun. That's Antiques Roadshow. What is it? Dun, dun.
Antiques Roadshow.
What is it?
I don't know. He always asks me, what is it? Like, I didn't pick the thing, mate. It's your choice.
Well, great theme tune. Can't remember it, but it's a great theme tune. Taught you lessons. The hedgehogs on the road. Roll the clip. Good characters in it. They all had different...
Name the characters.
Hedgehogs.
Wait up. Don't just name
They were
the
called...
animal
They
name.
didn't have proper names. They were called... They never used the proper names.
Did you see last week how the last episode, how he had a go at me because I didn't know the name of the...
What, do you expect me to just rewatch all these shows? I'm not going to do it.
Because he said to me, oh, Captain Planet, bet you don't even know their names. And I was like, Sun, Air, Sky. Was there like a moment in it where you felt it touched your heart?
The hedgehogs, you idiot. I just mentioned that.
I do remember The Animals of Farthing Wood, and I did think it was a good show. Did I think it was, that good? I mean, Watership Down.
Let's hear your first one. Here we go. Some obscure...
It's not obscure. It's actually the opposite of obscure. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Too obvious.
Well, look, I can't win with this guy every week. It's either too obscure or too obvious.
That is too obvious.
No, but it was just a thing that we loved when we were kids. It was one of our favourite kids' TV shows, and we loved it. We had all the figures. Yeah, some of them weren't official figures. I know that. They were the ones that you get from the Ukraine or somewhere like that.
we used to trade them with our cousin.
Our cousin, yeah. We always used to and we go to his house, and because he lived in Yorkshire, he used to be like, you can borrow my turtles if you want. We were really thinking, we're not really borrowing. We're just going to keep them, mate. We're going to bring them back next week. We live far away from there.
Yeah.
But we saw the movies. We loved the TV show. And Krang was always there like, Shredder, you little yeah, he spoke like that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then you always like, what was Krang? He was just a brain in a jar, like Red Dwarf.
Oh dear.
What? Is he fat?
He's lost a bit of weight, actually.
He was weird, and I mean, I know people always say about this though, because you thought when we saw the films you'd have Krang in them, and that was what you were excited about, but he was never in the films.
And then
was he?
Bebop and Rocksteady were in
with
it,
like Rogar and Num Num or some of these like crappy dinosaurs.
All right, let's play a game. We'll go back and forth. You've got to name a character. I'll name one. Not the turtles.
Easy.
All right.
Baxter Stockman.
That's what I was going to say.
He was going to say it just after I said it. Go on then.
April.
Rat King.
That's made up.
No, it's not, mate.
No.
I'm putting a picture of him right here.
Rat King. No.
He's already ran out. Not really. Not a Turtles fan, is he?
Go on. Name another. Exactly.
Put in the comments how many. The comments would be like, if people put comments, it would actually be somebody would
People
be
ain't putting
like,
comments,
they'd be like, oh, Johnny Jimson, he was like the guy who made the tea for April O'Neil or something like that. But we love Turtle 1, Turtles 2, especially remember with Go Ninja, Go! You always like had a favourite turtle who you wanted to be like. Everybody was like, oh, Michelangelo, he's cool, and like Donatello. He always thought he had a stick, which was not.
He had a stick and he did machine.
Yeah.
I
thought that was cool. Leonardo
leads.
Yeah, but if you remember in the film, Raphael led.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't there always an implied relationship between him and April O'Neil, which I thought was weird in the movie, like an actual loving relationship. Is it just me who thought that? Because I thought
it was just you.
Right, I really did. I did think that, but overall, it was the toy of our childhood. You know, like when you meet people and they say like, I love like Pokemon, and it's like it's like that was after our time, but Turtles was exactly at the time.
We're in the fan club.
Yeah, we're in the fan club. Everything. And you know what they used to say? Remember what they used to say on the fan club letter? It used to say, "Please don't come down to the sewers because we're not down there." And loads of little kids were buying terrapins.
I wonder how many people went into work down the sewers because of the Turtles.
Yeah, because I saw this program. It was called Boys from the Brown Stuff. It was based on Boys from the Black Stuff, and it was about guys who go down and clean in sewers or whatever. And one of them went underneath, like the Royal Palace or whatever, Buckingham Palace, and he was like, "Hey, look at this!" He's like, he had a bag, and he put a piece of shit in a bag, and he goes, "I'm going to sell this on eBay. It's probably the Queen's shit." And they went to a pub, and this is crazy. They were talking to these couple of girls, and then they were having a great, fantastic conversation. And then one of them was like, "Just go in toilet, Jack. Be back in a minute." Walked off to the toilet, and the girls were like, "So what do you do?" And he was like, "Work down sewers, don't we? Picking up or whatever." And then the girls were like, "Right, we gotta go now." And then they left, and his mate came back, and he was like, "Where are them girls, Jack? Where they gone?" He was like, "Oh, they had to leave." He's like, "Why? What do you say to him?" He's like, "Oh, I told them we weren't in the sewers." And he was like, "Girls don't want to talk about Jack."
That didn't happen.
No, it's on this TV show.
No.
Look, I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the IMDb link.
Yeah,
of the
I believe the TV show, but I don't believe that happened.
It happened, mate. It happened in the episode. I don't make these stories up. Anyway, that was my first one, which I think we can all agree was a lot better than the Animals of Farthing Wood or whatever. What's your second one?
Duckula.
Hey, Count Duckula.
Count Duckula. Yeah, you know what I would say? I would put Duckula and Danger Mouse together. Yeah. What was it you liked about Duckula?
Because it's one of those shows that you can watch as an adult and get jokes that you don't get as a kid. And I think, like Pixar do now, where it's like, oh yeah, it's for adults and it's for children. That was of its time. That's what it was.
It was the forebearer of those kind of. It was the forebearer of those kind of cartoons or various media that used to.
You're not Mark Commode, mate.
You could have like adults and children liking it, because the scene we always remember, it was probably the first time we were introduced to Abbott and Costello, who's on first.
Who's on first? That's the man's name. That's whose name? Yes. Well, go ahead and tell me. Who?
Because they did Who Might You Be?
Am you be, right?
No, wrong.
So he is, you are.
So you are.
I am not.
You are not.
And it was just a great, and I remember thinking, whoa, the writers of this are geniuses, not knowing that they just ripped off.
You didn't think that at the time. You're a kid.
I'd probably just like, hi, Dada, how do?
Yeah, you're not like, well, I think the writing.
But yeah, it had that kind of humour. It's the same thing with Danger Mouse. And the good thing about Danger Mouse was just perfect casting for the voices.
Yeah.
You had that, I was going to say Harry Corbett, but it wasn't him. You know that Terry and June.
Harry Corbett?
June? That guy. Yeah.
Who's Harry Corbett? Ronnie Corbett?
Maybe it's his brother. Yeah. No, what was his name? His name was, it was Terry something, obviously, because he was in Terry and June. Dun, 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 dun. Our younger audience won't get that. That's a bit of a weird one. But
David Jason,
yeah.
Jason.
David Jason. He also did Colonel K's voice in it as well.
Who's that?
You said you like DuckTales.
What's behind you?
And DuckTales, I'm getting that.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. It's not on my list, but it's a
Yeah.
good one anyway. DuckTales was great. But Colonel K was the guy who gave Danger Mouse his actual things. Come on, Danger Mouse, you're going to
Well, I said Duckula, so you're.
Well, then we said we were putting them together.
Yeah, well, you brought up Danger Mouse.
But they were two great cartoons. And Duckula, because it was like, he was a vegetarian, innit? Because obviously he got that great theme tune. But I remember, and then
Hey, what?
didn't you know he's a vegetarian?
What's they got to do with the theme tune?
Because it says it in the theme tune. He goes, he won't bite, beast or man. That's what it says there.
Laboured rhyme.
It's not looking for an Ivan Novello, mate. It's a kid's cartoon thing. My next one is Round the Twist.
Have you ever felt like this?
Never knew what the story was going to be. That one we were literally just talking about it the other day. Not that we're saddos and we sit around talking about children's TV shows in our spare time, but we were talking about the one where, yeah, I'd love to watch that episode again, where they find like a leaf and you can, what did it do? What was the power? You blow it like that.
It didn't shoot something at somebody.
And then it made them go weird or something like that.
It was a dark TV program.
It
for
was
kids.
dark, wasn't it? I always remember thinking that the strangest thing for me about the TV show was, because it was in Australia, they used to be like, Daddy, I gotta go out to the Donny. And then I was like, well, go out. And then they went outside and they had like a toilet in their back garden. And I remember thinking, we're too middle class for that. See how
Look at where we are.
But I used to think, why don't they just have a toilet in their house? You know, why have you got one down the thing? You go out there at night, there might be a murderer there or something.
Oh, that's true.
Exactly, and it's Australia.
That'd be a good-
They probably have a lot of murderers. Well, it's a
Backpacker murder.
Get in here, you pair of blinding glass.
no, it's not. So, what's your next one?
Maid Marian and her merry men.
I actually think that's a good one.
Yeah.
To pick there. That's a bit of a miracle for once, but that's because it subverted the genre. I always say.
It didn't subvert the genre at all.
Because it was always Robin Hood and his merry men, and this is Maid Marian and her merry men.
It's not subverting a genre. That would be like if it was a sitcom, but it was like drama elements or something.
Yeah, but it was. What happened to the woman out of that? Did she ever do anything else? No, I'm asking you a question. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm saying whatever happened.
I don't know. I didn't go on the Wikipedia page.
He picked it as one of his choices.
Yeah, well, I don't have to learn the history of what happened to the actors and actresses.
Well, we
in
know
it.
that the Sheriff of Nottingham was Tony Blackburn. was
Tony Mortimer.
Tony. It's Tony Robinson, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Tony Robinson. You know, Baldrick.
I have a cunning plan.
It's not Tony Robinson, is it?
Yeah, it's Tony Robinson, mate.
Put it on there.
Well, I'll put it on the
Put
it on the screen. But what do you like about it?
Again, it was one of those ones where it was a sitcom for kids that would bridge the gap between being a kid and an adult. It had adult humour in it. It had, Cat from. I wonder who wrote that. Was it Tony Robinson?
Tony Mortimer.
In between, it was. I just remember it being very funny.
Okay, so my next one is this one was like Reboot. Remember that?
No, we never watched that.
I watched it all the time.
I'm telling you, we watch the same. Every episode, it brings out some trash that we've never watched before.
Mate. Reboot was like, don't you remember? It was those.
What? Who's in it?
Those blue. No, it's like a 3D.
What are the characters?
One of them's called Ree. And one of them's called Boot, I think. But it was about these characters in a video game. They were like they were in a video game console. And then, don't you remember when the game comes in?
No, because we didn't watch it, mate.
No, I watched it every week, mate. I wouldn't say it if I didn't know it, and I know it, mate.
So
don't ask me.
That's one of your top 3.
Yeah, because
kid shows of all time.
Because it was like I'd never seen anything.
We've
like
got
that.
Play any games until you finish your work for me.
I'm telling you. No, we'll leave that in just so people can see how stupid you were.
You're stupid, mate. But in all seriousness, I liked it because you hadn't seen that kind of animation before.
Yeah, so what? Virtual racing was pretty good technology. Doesn't make it one of the best racing games.
No, it was one of the best. The TV show was a great show as well. I even put it in the trailer for this. I put it in the actual trailer, mate. That's how much.
That's why you put it. No, that's why you chose it. Because you just found it, and then
why would it just come into my brain, mate? It's never going to come on the list.
No reason.
I've done. What's this, mate?
Trash.
I didn't want to do round.
Right, do your final one.
Okay, my final one, and we'll both agree on this one. Knightmare. This was when we saw it for the first time. It looks pretty cheap if you watch it now, but if you were around in the time when it came out, it was amazing that it was like the virtual reality.
The immersion was off the scale.
It was just. You couldn't ever work out how they did it, like because it would be the guy in his little helmet thing walking along, and then all the kids had to be like left, right, and then what was it? What were the times where you thought it was actually genuinely scary?
Spider.
I didn't want the next room to be the spider room or the goblins.
Emergency, the goblins are upon you! Silence!
And the goblin like, and then because then the games master guy used to be like, oh dear, the goblins are coming back out.
Oh, that spinning wheels of death.
The blades is everybody remembers the blades.
Get straight up to your left!
Because isn't it in your memory that was always the one where they nearly got to the end, and that was like the last room,
and there just wasn't enough time for them to go right, left, left, and it was just. And then there was always sort of one room where it's just somebody sitting in a table.
Oh yeah, you didn't like the ones that actually used like intellect.
Yeah, then it's like
they had to
cross my palm with coin.
Yeah,
and, it's that kind of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it used to be. Remember that one where sometimes he would just go into a room and it'd just be a wall, and you'd be like, and then the wall, like a face, would be like.
I am Olgoth.
Going to the wall, and they'd be like. Riddle me this.
That was, like Lawnmower Man.
Dazzling effects, even better than T2.
Knightmare was like that.
Actually, probably better special effects than Lawnmower Man itself when we watched it recently. Everything about that. I know they've done like live performances of it and stuff now, which I don't really know how that works, but I know I'm sure there is live performances of it, mate. They do literally check out your local memorial hall, right? They will be doing a live performance of
the memorial hall still exists. I feel like we had the only memorial hall, not memorial hall.
I thought you didn't want to give away a location.
Oh yeah, cut that out.
That was it literally like blew my mind. I literally shit my pants when that used to come on TV. It was like what? All right, but that was a really like one of my favorite ones. Okay, now it's time for the bad.
You go first this time.
Okay, Get Your Own Back with Dave Benson Phillips.
Yeah.
It was bad because it was always like, oh, I hate my high school teacher because he gives me double homework. First of all, nobody's ever got double homework. I don't even know what that is. And they're always just like, and I want to see him gunked. It's like, no, you want to put a brick through his window, mate. You don't want to go and see him gunked.
Is that the word?
Gunked, yeah. Gunked, like Noel's house party.
What's it gunged? What's gunk?
Same thing, mate. Same thing, mate. Gunk.
Gunk.
It's gunk.
Gunk.
Put in the comments if you think it's gunk or gunk.
I'm Googling.
I mean, I know it is gunged, but it's gunked as well.
Well, let's put gunked in here and see what comes up. No.
Yeah.
Hey, it's past tense of gunk, meaning something that to be covered or clogged with a thick, sticky, greasy or dirty substance.
That's what she says.
Yeah.
You're kind of right. How did you know gunk?
Because, I've attended many male bathhouses in my years. I cut that out. Anyway. I mean, that was the premise of the show, wasn't it? You knew the guy was going to get gunked. They're not going to bring the teacher on and the teacher not get gunked. That's the whole point of the show, isn't it?
Stop saying gunked.
I want to put it into the pathos of the actual language of what it actually is. But it was a bit lame. It was like it didn't really have anything to it that made me think, oh, I want to watch next week, because I wasn't really that bothered.
I know, they just made it's easy to make, And
it would be like if they threw a custard pie in the teacher's face. It's like, it doesn't hurt them, so what's the point of it? You need to have something that was a bit worse than that.
Yeah.
Like when you go to them fairs and then people sit up on the big thing and it drops them into like a load of cow whatever.
Water.
What? What? Well, you can dream. You can dream. What's your first bad one?
Play days.
It's the play bus. But where does it go?
You know what? Play days, I'm going to agree with you on, because I think we might have the same kind of thinking in our brains here. Was it when you had the bad play day episodes?
Yes.
'Cause you had good ones and you had
There
bad
weren't
ones.
that many good ones. I can't remember that many good ones.
No, there were any ones that had learning in them. You didn't want.
That was a big point of mine, where it tries to squeeze like through the back door learning.
Through the back door. What it tried to creep too much learning into the program.
Edutainment.
Yeah, you know what, and similar to that, a lot of shows came after that were like that. They weren't like so like what you were saying about Danger Mouse or Duckula. They were kind of funny because it was just like jokes, but then you had these things like Rosie and Jim.
Rosie and Jim, chugging along on the old front door.
It's the same as Playdays, mate. It's the same kind of program.
All kids' TV shows are the same.
Not the same. Reboot is nothing like Rosie and Jim, mate. I want to make that clear. They are totally different, okay? But yeah, like Rosie and Jim, that was just, it was...
You know what I hate about Rosie and Jim? The voice of Jim.
What was it? What was his voice like? Like spitting over.
Yeah, it was.
So, but
Rosie and Jim. And it's like, every episode was the same. They're just on that canal boat, and then they go and pick up some flowers, or they just walk along the canal.
It was just not, when you like very smart children like we were, it's like that's too dumbed down for our palate, I always thought.
What's your next one?
Right, my next one is Finders Keepers. If you've never seen Finders Keepers, which I'm lucky of you, is basically all it is a load of kids trashing a house. Yeah, if you want to see a kid trash a house, have a kid, because that's all they do anyway. You can see it in your own house. You don't need to watch TV for it.
That was the escapism.
There was escapism. It was about as escapism as a guy in maximum security prison. There's no escape.
No, there is escape.
Like, what was good about it? Oh, seeing some kids trash the house. That was the whole premise of the thing.
And then you're thinking, will they find the thing in time?
It was
Jeopardy.
I remember when I was about 12 or 13, my mate was like, do you want to play hide and seek? And I was like, I've grown out of hide and seek, mate. I'm the same with Finders Keepers. I'm like, don't want to...
Who said that at 13?
The synopsis of Finders Keepers, we've put a key in the house somewhere, go and trash it to find it.
But then there was questions as well.
Well, that leads into my other one, Fun House.
I can't believe we love Funhouse.
No, wait, look. No. Why does this guy always have to do this? He always has to tell me what we loved. I am telling you, I did not enjoy it. He'll say that we were in the same room. We watched in the same room, and I always used to look at you.
You like the go-karts?
No, I didn't like the go-karts, and that's one of my points that I put down here. I didn't like the go-karts because they were too slow. I thought that they should have way faster
What about
go-karts.
when they went in the Funhouse?
What about it? It was just Finders Keepers in a different house. It was like going around to your mate's house and trashing your mate's house. Cars were too slow. The twins, everybody's like, I fancy the twins. Not really. I mean, they were all right. I wasn't like Gaga over them. It wasn't like Jet of Gladiators or something. They were all right. It was like, and then, like I said, the go-karts were so slow. I remember they were like, Pat Shot would be like you turn into Richard O'Brien or something like, oh, are they going to get the tokens? It's like, yeah, mate, because they're going 1 mile an hour. I could get it. Like, Pat Shot was literally walking next to the car as they were going like that. It was so slow. I was just like, get it fast on it. Do it like a Mario Kart kind of thing where you've got weapons in the cars.
I can't. Right. I'm putting my next two the same.
Okay, good.
like similar to Danger Mouse. And Children's Ward. And
That's
and Press Gang.
Yeah. Yes. Literally, as soon as he said Children's Ward, I was thinking, I bet it's gonna be Press Gang. I didn't think about Press Gang, and I was thinking, they definitely fall into the bracket of young adult entertainment. Where it's
young adult entertainment about things you don't want to think about when you're a kid.
Yeah,
getting a job and being ill.
I think the Children's Ward is a good pick because I was sitting here trying to think of bad children's TV shows, and all I could think of was like cartoons or whatever. And I was
and ones we actually like.
And I was thinking, what are bad ones? And I didn't think of Children's Ward. That didn't come into my mind space.
Press Gang. It's just watching kids do a job.
It's you know what. It's like
You need to get a job, mate. They've got more years work experience than you have, and they're 14 years old.
Yeah, but no, that was the thing. Like you say, it was unbelievable because it was like they wouldn't care that much about stupid.
No, so
school
a lot of people
newspaper.
do care about
What?
journalism and things, mate.
They wouldn't
job.
want to be doing. They could have been out playing footy with their mates and playing Mario. Instead, they're sitting in a room going like, "Let's write
You
about
need
the
to grow
Gulf
up."
War or something." You know, like that's not what young kids would be doing. I used to think, "What am I watching this for?" My third was. I really hated this show because I found it too unbelievable.
Oh, I bet we loved it.
No, you definitely didn't love this, mate. Woof.
I did like that.
Why? What? It's a program about where a kid turns into a dog. Like it's like what? And it was one of them ones where it was unbelievable because it was like Incredible Hulk. The kid just turns into a dog, yeah, and then as soon as he turns back to a human, why? How come he's got clothes on? Dog won't going around in human clothes, was it?
Do you want to see a kid walk around?
No, but I mean, like, if I was logistically thinking about doing it, if I was one of the writers, I'd be thinking, Anthony, how do we get past the part that when the kid loses his clothes because he's turned into a dog and it's not a dog walking around in human clothes? Like, how do we get back to, he's wearing clothes again? And the guy was just like, they were probably smoking weed while he did it. I don't know, just make him go back normal, whatever. It was unbelievable. And it really took me out of whatever he was actually trying to do.
I guarantee at the time you didn't think about it.
He's trying to make out that at the time I didn't have this deep thinking about what I was watching, whereas my little mind was working full pelt, trying to work out what's going on. And the storyline was always the same. It was like, hey, John, or whatever the kid was called in it, our football's got stuck in the tree. How are we going to get it? And he was like, I've got an idea. Go behind the bushes, turns into a dog. Dog runs up the tree, gets the ball.
Has to get
brings it
into
down.
places that are hard to get to.
Yeah, he'd go to his mum wanted to go to Crufts or something, and he'd be like, "Oh, the only way in is if you've got a dog." So he'd turn into a dog so he can get into Crufts or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like it was played out. But yeah, so those magical ones. Another one that comes to mind, Michelangelo.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what that was about. It was just there was a boy in his house, and this older man comes and he lives in the house with a boy.
Yeah,
Like,
he just
that would never get commissioned now, believe me. Right, so that was all of our good and our bad. If you agreed with them or if you didn't agree with them, anything like that. We are a couple of shills. We want to boost the popularity of the pod, so we're going to be introducing special guests at some point, aren't we? I didn't tell them about it. Next week's special guest is Super.
Why did you bring that back?
But anyway, so if you've got anything that you want to tell us, drop it in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe because we're desperate. Like I'm so desperate now. I'm eating bread and water.
He is desperate.
Like
I'm not desperate.
Get me
He's
out of
desperate.
this funk, please. Like from what I'm in. And basically, if you want to. I'm trying to remember what my goodbye thing was. Didn't write it down. Anyway, so it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye.